What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another awesome review. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new Spider-Man Target exclusive Spider-Man Amazing 60 Amazing Years Iron Spider. God damn. When I said in my video on these guys, go check out that video if you've not already. I'm going to be posting that one and then this one directly after. I was second most excited for these guys, but this takes the cake for me. I love the Iron Spider suit, like the comic book suit. I wasn't a big fan of the one that they put in the movies, but this is a good suit for me. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, this is Amadeus Cho in my head. I know that it's Peter and Amadeus is doing some crazy shit being the Hulk or whatever, but for me, Amazing Spider-Man cartoon from like 2012. I think it was just called The Amazing Spider-Man on Disney XD. If you know, you know. Amadeus Cho in that show was the Iron Spider. And in my head, that's who this is until they make an Amadeus Cho Spider-Man. And then even still, if I get that, I would get the Amadeus Cho Hulk, to be honest with you, but I'm still leaving this on there. I'll just have two Amadeus Chos on my shelf. Because in my head, that's what he is. Let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Jacob probably knows, at least I hope he does. But in my head, it's Amadeus Cho. Even this logo, like the Spider-Man logo, reminds me of that show. But as you can obviously see, this is the stupid-ass windowless package. It just feels cheap, and I don't like not being able to see what I'm getting. But on the side, you get a render of the figure. On the back, you get another render of the figure in a different pose, which looks great there. And then you do get the accessories, which I'll talk about that shit in a second. There's all the barcode's on the back now, too, which is kind of weird. But there's the barcode. So when you need to check that, and then you get some awesome artwork of Spider-Man, and then the Iron Spider, and then there you get Spider-Man 60 Amazing Years. So without further ado, I am dying to open this thing, so let's go ahead and do just that. So getting Iron Spider out of the packaging, immediately right away I was very disappointed in the paint applications of this figure, or their lack of. First of all, the gold on this is super dull. It's just molded plastic. And on one hand, I understand that, but I wish it would match the gold that's on the body, because the body gold is really nice, and it would look, they kind of advertised it like it looked like it was going to be gold, so that's kind of whack. And the legs themselves, I'm going to talk about in a little bit, but what pisses me off the most is look at the color variation of that. The body looks nothing like the arms and legs, and I would pick either or. The cherry red or the metallic red, either one works for me. I prefer the body look, but it is just so noticeable, so noticeable. I'm hoping that this fades a little bit to match these a little bit more, but God, that is really, really bad, and I'm so upset about that. Other than that, this is fucking awesome. I wanted to get the bad shit out of the way, but other than that, this is a fucking awesome figure. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start taking a closer look at this guy, starting with the head sculpt here. The head sculpt is a new head sculpt. The eyes are sculpted on, and I like that. They're painted very clean. I like that a lot. Then you get into the body, and you can see that just they are not the same color. It doesn't look as bad on camera as it does in person, to be honest. But on the shelf far away, it's acceptable. But damn, this whole thing is sculpted, though. I love that. His whole logo sculpted, painted all the way up into his body. I like that a lot. All the way, all the sculpted pieces look very nice. We got pinless arms and the nice gauntlets on there with nice silver painted on there. And then the legs are the most noticeable part. Look at the difference. That's crazy. That's crazy. And you don't know this until you open the figure. The ankles look good with the nice gold trim around them like they have with the boots. I just really like that this is sculpted. I like that a lot. And then the arms themselves look really great. I really do like the way that they sculpted them with the rivets and the ribs in there. That looks really, really nice. Now, a lot of people are probably wondering, can you get him to stand on just the legs? And you can, surprisingly. I saw somebody else's review, and they were like, you really can't do it. And either I'm just cracked or they're not. But it's going to be a little weird with the amount of joints that they put in the legs. But angle them the right way, And it's not hard at all. Oh my god, that is so fucking badass. Woo, he's definitely going on the shelf like that. Damn, that is so cool. And you can like pose him up in the legs. Oh man. I wish I do have a Captain America shield. I'm gonna try to get him on the Cap shield like that. But fuck, that is awesome. That is so awesome. As far as standing normally with the arms, they definitely do weigh him back. But the good thing is you can always tripod him, or put all the legs up, and then like if you want them just kind of neutral posed, I guess you could have them like this. And you'll just have to lean him forward, and he will stand. So I like that a lot. As far as articulation is concerned, we're going to do the legs first because they're kind of a bummer. You get a rotation at the base and a hinge. I kind of wish that all of these were hinged, or at the very least, this one. That's a really tight joint, or like a really hard angle. So it really messes things up, for me at least. So you get a joint here that doesn't rotate. You don't get one there, and you get one here. So it's basically every other one. Could be worse, could be better. I don't know. If I can get them on the legs, then I'm fine. And you can do that. So I like that a lot. The head will look up that far. It'll go down. It'll go rotate side to side and pivot. The shoulders go up this far. You see how he has bigger shoulders? Like people, I'm sure are going to ask me about that. He has bigger shoulders and he looks more proportionate. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But the butterfly joint goes like this. Not very useful, to be honest. Either make it work or don't put it in at all. You get double bicep swivel with double jointed pinless elbows on there, which would look very nice. And then the wrist rotate and hinge. The ab crunch is super good. Goes all the way forward. No paint chipping at all neither. And it'll arc back as well. It stops, but not because of the back piece of the leg. So that's weird. And then rotate at the waist. Usually, I'm not a big fan of this setup, but I think it really does work for this. Because if you give him like a diaphragm joint, it would look super ugly. A ball peg at the bottom would have been ideal with this, but because I like to be able to tilt my figures, but unfortunately you have to kind of do like the side and twist thing, which I'm not a huge fan of. The hips without a drop hinge, there's no drop hinge, go almost splits. I don't know what the point of a drop hinge is. He'll kick forward, back, rotate, double jointed pinless knees, and then calf rotation at the boot, which is perfectly hidden. Ankles go down, up, and pivot. They also have the ratchety joints, so just be cautious about that. I skipped accessories because they're so poop. All he gets is fisties and thwippies. That's ass. What the fuck? An Amadeus Cho head sculpt would be awesome. But even just a Peter Parker one, you're charging, and this is the big guy here, guys, $31.50. Oh my god. So like $35 for these legs. No. No, Hasbro. No. This is not worth $35. You give Build-A-Figure pieces bigger than these legs, and you give barely any accessories. That's fucking whack. If I wasn't such a big fan of the Iron Spider suit and wasn't super excited for this figure, I would not have gotten it for that price. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I think that is way too high for this, even with the legs, but could just be me. As far as scale is concerned, let's go ahead and get him in with the Zack Toys team. So here he is with Zombie Cap and the Marvel Legends Darwin, which uses the Pizza Spider body mold. So I like the size of them. Here he is with the Jazzwares Fortnite series Peely and the Dark Knight Returns Batman from McFarlane Toys. Then we have the NECA's Poster Kong, or as we like to call him around here, Silly Kong. And then I think something important is to get him next to the Retro Spider-Man. Here he is next to him, because I'm sure we will get a retro card of this guy eventually, and just a stark red and a stark yellow. I'm calling it. They did it with Iron Man. They're going to do it with him too. And then here he is with the other Spider-Man as well. So I think he works good. He looks like it could be the same dude in the suits, other than his shoulders are bigger, but I like that a lot. So you're probably wondering to yourself, or maybe you're not, Ant, what are you thinking of this figure? And I gotta say, I'm disappointed, but still super happy to have it. The paint really fucked me up. Getting that open, I was like, what the fuck? No wonder they're using pinless or windowless packaging for this shit, because that looks awful. But getting him out and playing with him, he is just so much fun. I wish the legs had a little bit more articulation, but I also understand why they didn't want to do that, so I'm not super upset about it. But it is just really, really awesome to play around with. If the paint was fixed, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. And Other than that, I think he's really good. Also, the price point is stupid high on this for no reason. There's no reason it needed to be as much as it is. Unless I'm wrong, and if I am, please tell me how, because I'm going to tell you that you're wrong. So, anyway, I believe that's all I got for today. I'm going to go ahead and give this guy a rating of 8 out of 10. That paint really pulls it down, but I mean, it's still a super strong figure, so he's going to get an 8 out of 10. But I believe that's all I got for today. So if you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. We have a lot of fun over there, so I'm sure you will too. But as always, I leave you with the bearing question. You coppin'? Let me know. See you guys in the next one. Peace.